Good morning, my fellow TBCians around the world, and good morning to our admin, the TBC creator. It's been a long time that I did not continue my broadcast for some reasons, but this morning, uh, it is 12:15 Philippine time. 12:15, very early in the morning. And we've just finished the meeting with the admin, our exclusive meeting for the meeting with the admin, the broadcasters meeting, and I just want to express how happy am I, and I just really want to um, for me, since the time that I joined TBC, there is really there is no doubt in my mind that this TBC is something that it is very extraordinary in the sense that I cannot compare it to any form of organization or any form of endeavor. Most particularly that it carries with it a mission to fulfill or to eradicate poverty globally, and that is very very humanitarian mission to be accomplished. And I understand that in order to accomplish such a great endeavor, it needs an ordinary or extraordinary determination for somebody to create a tool or to create a system by which it could carry out that great mission that it wanted to fulfill. And it's really something that I just can't express, or I just cannot describe how a person, how how admin was able to craft or was able to create such a great thing if he is not spiritually guided, if he is not a very humanitarian person or a very compassionate being. And that is something that maybe in this wide world, maybe we can say that this is something, or this is very rare to happen, and that it is very I I just cannot describe it. Um, but anyway, that is how TBC is. And despite everything that is happening now, the lockdown that shocked the whole world, the pandemic, the cover up, the the dark lies between the coronavirus that scared the whole world. despite these things that are happening that seems to be very true and very real in the eyes or in the thinking of most people around the world. TBC admin was so was so strong, uh, he's so he's so sure with his conviction that this is a lie, and this is something that we divisions must have to understand, that we divisions must be able to find the real truth and to believe that these are all lies, and if these are all lies, there must be a grievous agenda behind it, and that is something that we are not supposed to allow it to happen. And for one thing, we can say that all these things that are happening, for some people, they might be thinking that it is God's way, or it is by nature that this pandemic or the coronavirus just out of nowhere it appeared to create massive or a scary death to many people, to millions of people. And that is the result why lockdown has been ordered to be reinforced in almost all countries of the world that coronavirus has what do we call this? That is the reason why coronavirus was said to be a pandemic, because it affects worldwide. But then we are now very much aware that these are really lies, and that these should not be allowed to scare people or to ruin our dreams, to end the continuous struggle to fight for our freedom. And just like what has been transcribed to us by our TBC admin during our meeting, um, it is now in the hands of divisions, divisions who will gather 1 billion people around the world to unite as one, and to take this TBC as a tool or as a weapon destroy to destroy the dark land of the elite people. And this TBC will be the weapon to stop all the lies, to stop the spreading of uh, or the manipulation of elite to the whole world. And this will be the tool in order for us to be really liberated out of poverty, and so that a world of abundance will be enjoyed and will be spread out throughout the world. And with the mass adoption team that our creator, the TBC admin, has crafted, or um, the mass adoption team that has been programmed, will be the ultimate system that we can apply in order to to make the gathering of 1 billion people as fast as we can, so that by then we could really start the economic phase wherein the admin wallet should be fully out of the admin wallet, and it should be fully distributed to as many people as we can to the entire world. And by the way, hello, Brother Stephen Coffee. I'm so glad that you are there again. And actually, I cannot, um, I really can't sleep because it's not that I'm bothered, but because I'm really, I'm really excited, and I am filled with joy and full of uh, excitement. And at the same time, I am very hopeful that soon we are going to start we are now preparing or for the start of the rotator or the mass adoption, and that we will be starting to open to the whole world the reality that our TBC is a real money, and that no currency in the whole world, or no, not even any cryptocurrency, could be compared to what it will bring to us, what it how it will change the course of our history, especially the geo-economic aspect of our lives. And also, I thought I'm just trying to practice, or to, should I say, because I really don't, I have nothing to do at this moment. That's why I'm facing my camera, and I think I'm just practicing right now. And then there you are, my brother. I'm so glad. So I have the reason to submit this broadcast to my back office. And thank you, brother. Um, you are one of the great leaders in TBC world. I think I have no audience but you. So what can I say? Uh, Actually, for me, brother, as you are saying, it will change the lives of so many on the Team A members of the mass adoption team. The way we look at it, we, the NCR broadcasters under leader Sir Nolly Rabel, we actually treat this Team A mass adoption team to be the initiator, and it will not only change the lives of those people who will be a part of the Team A, but this will really be the start of the changing of the lives of all people around the world, of all those people who will be on board with us. That is how we treat it. So we will be as Team A. We will just be the initiator, or should I say, of course, we will be more blessed, and it will be from us that the great change will really start. And this is a very good, a very good opportunity, or it is really a great privilege for all of us. So, yes, brother, we will try to educate our members, those new members that we will be gathering, to learn how to broadcast, because it is really, I believe that It is a must for us divisions, especially the leaders, to become broadcasters in order that more and more people will learn or will understand better, and so we could spread this TVC as fast as we can to as many people as we can, and that through broadcasting we will be proving to the whole world that our TVC is real, and it is beyond compare to any existing cryptocurrency in the world. And before they knew it, although uh, we are seeing in the mainstream media that Microsoft is crafting the cryptocurrency that they're planning to adopt to be the one currency to be used on the so-called New World Order, or on their agenda to make a one world, one government rule, that this is one that we are opposing because we don't want to be under their rule, under their wickedness, because there is no point that we must allow them, because we all know that as divisions, we know that they are the main reasons. They are the reasons, or they are the wicked people that are running our government, that are manipulating the history, or the destiny of men, that they just wanted to enslave all the people on earth to their own advantage, to their own lavish, what do we call this, evil agendas in life, that they really hated the people, that they wanted to depopulate for mass depopulation, that according to the reports of the of those who are on the opposing side, or those that are bringing their lies, it is by 90% that they want to depopulate the earth by 90%. So we all know that the world total wealth, shall we say, the 90% belongs to this 10% elite group. So if they want to depopulate the earth by 90%, therefore it's really their purpose that all men should die. All the 90% should die so they can own the whole world. How wicked they are, how diabolic their intention. And of course, we believe that God will never allow it to happen. And that's the reason why we are here. And we need 5,409 more members to reach our, yes, 5,409. If all of us, now that we are on, if all of us that we are old, if all of us that now on the mass adoption will do our best, or will do our part, of course, even just one from all of us, a contribution of one will make it happen the soonest time possible. And brother, this is the only time that I recovered, or I opened my PCBO, because I had the technical problem of verifying the facial recognition, since I submitted the ticket to the IT this morning when I attended the technical training or technical meeting. So it's only now that I was able to open my PCBO. So this is also the reason why I am here. I thought I am just practicing to broadcast. And thank you very much, my brother, because it seems that you drive me become more alert and uh, to become more determined to start to restart my burning desire to move forward. Thank you very much, brother Steven. And how about the situation there in the US now? Actually, I have my sister-in-law in California, and it's been a month now that almost a month that I'm not hearing any news from their family. And I think she's hiding something with me, and I think that's only what I am thinking now, that I don't know if they are having some problem or restrictions in their place because they are in California, and before she's always getting in touch with us. And but I believe that the situation there is getting better, and that your freedom is almost regained back. Um, yes, brother. If I am awake, and if I will open the Facebook, and if I could see you there, for sure I will be attending your broadcast meeting. And also I'm very thankful that you are there now. So shut down at home. Oh my God. Maybe that's the reason why she's not communicating at all. And actually, they are running a home care because that is their business there. And this time, I really don't hear anything from her. So I'm quite worried. But anyway, maybe it will get better soon. Actually, brother, I am a nurse undergrad, and the way I look at it here in the Philippines, because there are a lot of people who are getting sick also, but not necessarily that they are COVID patients. And what I really wondered from the very first day that lockdown has been ordered. I was wondering because as a nurse, although I am an undergraduate, as a nurse undergrad, I know the symptoms, or I know that virus is not really a deadly causative factor in the disease process. And I think I had in my mind that something not there is something happening behind all these things that are happening now. And I even tell my eldest daughter that since she is a medical technologist also working in the hospital, that this lockdown is not an ordinary thing, that they are hiding something more than what we think. I am telling this from time to time because since the beginning of time, all hospitals all hospitals are divided in such a way that communicable diseases or they are in an isolation department, or there are ICU units, there are medical units, and there are surgical units. What I mean to say that there is no need to reprimand the the family of any patient to visit or to assist their patients in the hospital. But this time, it's really it's really scary because you don't even know if you are the relative of a patient. You don't even know what's happening if the hospital is really giving the proper intervention for the patient or not, because although what's in my mind is that if this is the case, there is our technology. If they if it does not it really it is really very unnecessary that they should not be allowing the relatives of the patient to take the usual way, because uh, yeah, I understand, brother, and I really know that your wife is a registered nurse, and so she knows it better, the real truth behind all of this, and it's really very very, what do we call this, very very unusual, and very, this is the gravest thing that a patient could feel, as if she's very, how could we how could we expect a patient to recover the soonest time possible, or to give him or give her the hope that that he could ever recover if nobody from his relatives knows what is happening with him if he is already confined in the hospital. And so I know it very well that there is really a big lie behind all of this, and but I think God will never allow this, all this happening, to ruin the world, or to really change the world the way this elite force wanted to make it happen. It will never happen. And of course, we Visions has a bigger role to do to fight all of this. And since you are there, you are our ambassador of goodwill together with MBay. And of course, since we know how you are doing your best to prove that this world is really, it's not that bad, or it's not that no matter how no matter how bad this elite group is, still there is justice for the humanity, and we will be bringing back the real justice by bringing abundance to the whole world through this TBC. And that's all I can say with you, my brother, since we are just the it's just the two of us who are now uh, uh it's it's like I am broadcasting with you. The only thing is you are not on my screen. Thank you, brother. God will save our lives. God is good all the time. And and of course, I know admin is God's gift to mankind. And he must be really an extraordinary person. He's really highly spiritually gifted man and full of wisdom, full of compassion to humanity. And I think it's really admin is an extraordinary man, and the way how he created TBC is really something that no man, there's no one on earth that I think like just like him. Oh, so do you have a foundation here in the Philippines? You are currently performing goodwill in here in the Philippines. So how long you've been in this journey of do as ambassadors of goodwill? Are you coming here in the Philippines every year? You are visiting the Philippines every year? Oh, but anyway, at this point in time, uh, it's really a must for us to do our best and to, of course, also to protect our families from being uh, restricted unnecessarily. And it's really a must for us to also, it's not here in the Philippines actually, it's not that we are afraid to go or to roam around, but we are just following for the time being the order of our government, especially President Duterte, because as we all know, our president is he's so old and yet he is always working. It seems that almost 24 hours is doing his best. He's really a performing president. Always, I think he's putting the welfare or on his mind. He's, he's doing his best to serve our country and to serve our people. And the only thing that maybe maybe the only thing that's holding him to, for me, our president is not really that that person who will be who will be just be dictated by anybody else, because we all know that from the very start he's even fighting the biases of the Rappler or the mainstream media, that he's not really trusting the mainstream media. But since he also told us that he is not a doctor, and so of course he is he's not that relying everything on the hands of the medical doctors or the Department of Health. But of course, he is also trying his best to be in consonance with what the DOH is trying to, because really it appears that although it appears that the Department of Health is under the mandate of the World Health Organization, and yet our president, I am very sure that he is also a bright president, and I think he's just letting all these things to happen, knowing that everything shall pass, and everything will be returned back into normal. And for what is really good in my country now is that the fact that the private sector, especially the private, the some of the wealthy families are also trying their best to share their goodwill to our countrymen, so that no matter that lockdown is being enforced, still uh, the private families, those who are wealthy families, they're also sharing their best to give their best to support the survival of the needy people in my country. So maybe the only thing that what is happening now in my country is that they may be there may be some foul play, but be it as it may, still everything is under control, and we are just compelled to follow the government, to stay at home, so that we are not. It's not that we believe that coronavirus is fatal, or it will really cause more and more deaths if we are outside, but we are just trying to support the government for as long as what we are anticipating, that more, or the what we call the 2021 vaccination, or which we all know that the microchip must be already incorporated with that vaccine. For as long as there is no clear, or no, should I say, it's not really that we Filipinos, I believe that most of us are very much aware of that, and we don't want it to happen. And also the lockdown that is happening here in my country, it's not really that there is martial law. That's not the case really, and we are just trying to make, or to help our government to implement this lockdown, so that the soonest time we could go back to normal. Actually, the enhanced community quarantine has been, it's not all over the Philippines, but only to selected places wherein the greater population, where there is greater cases of of, of people who are getting sick. That's the only areas that full lockdown is being implemented. So still, our country managed to support, or to maintain and give assurance to the general public that we are not collapsing, or we are not into getting into trouble. So that's all I can say now. So, and maybe that's the reason why We cannot just go and roam around and project that we don't believe that coronavirus is something fatal. That it's not that we don't believe that coronavirus is a common cold. Of course, we know, we believe in that. And we are trying as divisions also, and not just as divisions. Actually, every time I go to the market, I am interviewing some people, the or barangay mates, those people outside, and I'm trying to ask their opinions, and I'm trying to give some pointers that they should also just to know if they are aware of what is happening, if they are wondering what is happening, and if they are thinking that there is really something that they don't know, or they are doubting that there is something more of what they are observing now. And the answer is yes, they are aware, and they are also against the vaccination and even the testing. There are now subdivisions wherein free testing is being implemented or being given door to door. And yet, the people who are staying home, they are not accepting, although that is free, they are not accepting because they are also aware that they are aware of their right that if they don't want, they just say, I don't need that. At this point in time, we don't need that. And it's better to use them or to test those people who are already showing the signs and symptoms, those who are whom they think is much in trouble than those staying at home that not showing anything, or those healthy people. So I think our freedom is not that we are not losing our freedom, and uh, maybe it's just that we are just going with the flow as of now, but we will never allow that evil things will ruin our lives, or though the agenda of enforcing the vaccination would ever happen, because we also are aware that although for some degree, although there are a lot of checkpoints, although there are military assistance, or there are actually deployed military in every barangay, still it's not that scary. And so that's also the reason why we just consider it that okay, just stay at home, but it does not necessarily restrict us to do our best or to make our things still the natural way. The only thing is we just cannot roam around, or we just can't go out anywhere or stay outside for long hours until this lockdown will be lifted. So that's what I can share with you, brother. Oh, okay. So again, thank you, brother Steven, for being there, and rest assured that we are doing our best to make the mass adoption team work, and we will be always working in alignment with the platform of our admin. So We are always supporting admin, and of course, we are with you, our great leaders. And maybe thank you again. So until my next broadcast, and I hope for those who will be able to watch this somehow, uh, I also shared what is happening here in my country, that we are all hopeful that soon enough the lockdown will be lifted and we will be back to normal. And I also wanted to tell you that Filipinos are not the dumb people to be scared just like that, or we Filipinos will really will not allow those things to happen, because we all believe that there is always a chance for us, or there will always a way for us to stand for truth, and that is what matters. We believe in justice. We believe in truth, and we don't believe in lies. That's all. Thank you very much, and great morning to everyone. Stay blessed, and in TBC, we have a bright future. Thank you very much. Bye for now.